Older urban areas showcased home fronts along arterial streets. The wife stayed at home to raise the kids, and the average household might have had one car. Main streets had homes that fronted them, and in many cities, alleys eliminated cars backing onto those streets. In other words, older cities showcased the front of the homes to passerbys, and plain sides and rears of the homes were hidden from view. This urban warmth is missing in the suburbs of today. Instead, those passerbys along collector and arterial streets are assaulted with the visual blandness of home rear architecture. The typical new suburban home concentrates all of its budget on the facade, its front, and not so much, if any, on the sides, and certainly not much on the rear appeal. Yet for the most part, suburban development rears homes along collector and arterial streets. In other words, the most unattractive side of the home is showcased to passerbys, the potential home buyers. The rears are either exposed, leaving a view of the rear yard space, or screened by a fence that weathers over time, or an expensive screening wall. If unscreened, the best that subdivision will ever look is the first year it's built. Then over time, those rear yards will get cluttered with stuff. A decorative screening wall can add thousands of dollars to every home in the neighborhood. It replaces the view of unsightly rears with a cold and claustrophobic corridor of nothingness. Because this problem has evolved over a lifetime, most people just think it's normal. Well, it's not. This series of sessions is about thinking differently. For arterial streets of high traffic, rearing homes and double-fronted lots are never a good idea. Obviously, driveways on a high-traffic street are a bad idea. Rear-loaded homes or multifamily that's rear-loaded or with parking below is better than single-family homes that showcase home rears. It's better to invest in facades and the warmth of front porches than a decorative screening wall. This is why bay homes are used to showcase single-family homes and create a village-like look along higher traffic streets. But bay homes address a specific home buyer target. If a subdivision of single-family homes lack a rear-loaded product, coving can be used to showcase home fronts without having driveways along the arterial streets. A cove subdivision allows the home, street, and walks to all take on their own shape, sculpting the neighborhood in a way that would be impossible to achieve using conventional geometrics. All of the efficiency of coving is gained by exceeding existing regulatory minimums, thus complies with regulations anywhere on the planet. The freedom of design allows single-family homes to be showcased along busy streets and reduce or eliminate double-fronted lots. It brings back the warmth of older urban areas and provides a more park-like setting along the perimeter streets of suburban land. Many civil engineers that plan large-scale development introduce excessive amounts of non-fronted collector streets. Many, if not most of these streets, will not carry enough traffic to warrant non-fronted homes. In many cases, we have fronted lower traffic collector streets by providing additional setbacks to allow a T-turnaround in the driveways, so cars do not back out onto these minor collectors. This has several advantages. First, of course, it eliminates the ugliness of typical suburban growth. But more important, the extra setback of coving with the meandering walks, streets, and facades provides an elegance that will forever retain its beauty. This in turn increases instead of decreases property value. However, the largest benefit to fronting minor collectors is the reduction of excessive pavement that, if incorporated citywide, can reduce unnecessary street by many miles. The thousands of dollars reduced on average per home can be used instead on architectural, landscape, and energy-saving elements to create greater value without adding to the cost of the typical home. All of this is not just possible, but for us routine in the developments we design, just by thinking differently. You can too.